Don't miss any content. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell.
Hey guys, welcome back to Sahara Football. It's a great morning here, and I'm going to talk about the breaking news, the news that broke on Monday evening about FIFA threatening to ban Ghana from all footballing activities if the government doesn't withdraw its petition to liquidate or to dissolve the Ghana Football Association. And just this morning I saw the information online that government had responded to that letter. First of all, that letter was from Fatmaso Samora. She's the General Secretary of FIFA, and she has asked governments to withdraw their petition from the court to dissolve the GFA by 27th of August, or else Ghana would face a ban. Now, basically what that ban would mean is that Ghana, in the upcoming African Cup of Nations qualifiers that will play with Kenya, Ethiopia and Sierra Leone in the upcoming African Cup of Nations qualifier, we would be unable to play those games. Those games would not be ineligible to play those games since FIFA would have banned us by then. Also, what that would also mean is that the Black Queens are set to host the maiden edition of the Women's AFCON, and that would not come off if the ban is effected. And also the Black Maidens are set to play in the Under-17 World Cup later this year in November. That would also mean that they wouldn't be able to play in that tournament. And also the Adriana Stars participation in the CAF Confederations Cup would be at halt because FIFA would not recognize them. That is, if the ban is effected, FIFA would not recognize them. And also the Black Starlets are taking part in the Under-17 tournament. And it would mean a total collapse of Ghana football internationally. Basically, that's what FIFA was saying on Monday. Was telling them that they had heard the news about the Anas investigation, and they had felt that they had taken enough measures by setting up a liaison team in Ghana here to manage the national teams and to take over the action, so that the dissolution of the Football Association, according to FIFA, it wasn't necessary because Kwesi Nyantakyi had already been suspended and so many things. I'll leave the letter on the screen, the letter from FIFA right now on your screen for you to look at. And basically FIFA was telling government they shouldn't dissolve the GFA. They should withdraw their petition from the court by 27th of August, or else Ghana would be banned. That was a threat from FIFA, and this will have a lot of repercussions. Some of the repercussions that could come from this ban would be that, as I told you, those four things would have happened. The games, those four major games or tournaments that we are set to take in the AFCON 2019, we wouldn't be able to take part in it. There will be vast unemployment as the owners of the clubs will be unable to pay their players, leading to collapse of clubs. And if FIFA bans Ghana, the talented players in the country will decline, as no player can be transferred or sold to any club. That's no avenue for talent through casting. So if FIFA bans Ghana, even talented players in Ghana here would not be able to play outside the country. If FIFA bans Ghana, it will intensify the interest of Ghanaians in the European leagues as well as diminish the interest of the local game. It's already happening, and imagine if FIFA doesn't recognize us as part of them, and it would get worse. We would all just be focusing on the other leagues as we are already doing most of the time. And since football is one of the most crucial avenues to attract investors, if FIFA bans Ghana, the probability of foreign investors coming to boost the African economy will reduce drastically, because it is through international competitions like AFCON, CAF and Confederations Cup and the World Cup that the nation publicizes itself. So football is one of the most crucial sports in the country, and that's what attracts some investors. So these are some of the adverse effects that would happen if FIFA decides to ban Ghana. But this morning the government of Ghana responded, and in this letter, basically in the introduction here, they are saying that on the 7th of June, the Anas expose showed that there was a lot of rot in the GFA. and the massive expression of anger and outrage by Ghanaians pushed them to suspend all football activities in the country and restructure the GFA. So the following expose of widespread corruption, bribery, match fixing, and other forms of illegality. The GFA itself suspended all football activities in the country. Now, basically, consequently, the Criminal Investigations Department of Ghana commenced investigations into those things. This is the letter that the government responded. They are addressing it to the General Secretary of FIFA. They are responding to FIFA's threat to ban Ghana from football by 27th of August if the government does not withdraw. So basically, the GFA is registered. But let me let you know that government did not explicitly say that it would withdraw. They didn't say it in this letter. Let's go through the letter. It goes on to say the CID went on to do some investigations, and the GFA is a registered company limited by guarantee under the laws of Ghana. The laws of Ghana prohibit the existence of a company which operates in illegal purposes. I think that is the reason why it set out to dissolve the GFA. Given the nature of the empirical and overwhelming evidence of widespread corruption, bribery, match fixing, and other forms of illegality at all levels of the operations of GFA, the government of Ghana was left with no option but to enforce the domestic laws of Ghana to bring the operations of the GFA to a halt. As a result, as a first step in sanitizing and reforming football administration, this is the intendment of the institution of proceedings under the body's corporate. So he's saying that is why it decided to dissolve the GFA. It's a criminal organization. It's dealing in illegal stuff and all that. So government proceeded to dissolve the GFA. Now the proceedings here, with the support and endorsement of the Ghanaian public, who were dismayed by the evidence of corruption and unearthed in the administration of football in Ghana. It's saying the High Court and all those stuff, pursuant to an application at the existence of the Honorable Attorney General, granted an order of injunction restraining the members, directors, and officials of GFA from exercising their powers, such ordinarily conferred to them by the provisions of the Companies Act. So the Ghanaian public are interested in and demand the eradication of corruption from the administration of football in Ghana, which is a difficult task. I think FIFA themselves are struggling with that already. So the government of Ghana took this step solely for the purposes of giving effect to its policy of total revulsion of corruption in all spheres of Ghanaian life. So the FIFA delegation, which came to Ghana, affirmed FIFA's no objection to Ghana's efforts to enforce its domestic laws as the FIFA zero tolerance for corruption. Basically, the government is saying here that it's met to the FIFA delegation, and the FIFA delegation seemed to be okay with government's plans to eradicate the corruption, since FIFA is also against corruption. But yesterday I also heard that FIFA had removed the word corruption from their code of ethics violation. I don't know, I'll give you more details on that. I don't know what that means basically. So Ghana recognizes the mandate of FIFA to administer football globally. Government of Ghana is not interested in interfering with the administration of football in Ghana. So it's stating explicitly here that they are not interfering with football administration in Ghana, which would lead to the ban that FIFA is threatening to give. So the following the visit of Ghana delegation to FIFA on 27 June 2018, and in line with the above, FIFA agreed to appoint a liaison team as an interim measure, whilst awaiting the decision of the Bureau Council on the recommendation to institute permanent measures for the administration of football in Ghana. So it is our understanding from the letter under the reference that the Bureau considered that the petition introduced by the Attorney General to the High Court and Justice to start the liquidation process of the GFA constitute an undue influence in the affairs of the GFA in contravention of the Act, that's FIFA laws, which says governments cannot interfere. So it is our further understanding that FIFA remains committed to purging football administration in Ghana of corruption and related criminal conduct, which objective is in accord with that of the government of Ghana. So basically the Ghana government is saying, yes, it is in agreement with FIFA. So why is FIFA trying to contradict itself. Like, it is an agreement with FIFA. Since FIFA is also against corruption, it's also trying to do the same thing. So why is FIFA doing this? So from the foregoing and given the totality of the circumstances, the government of Ghana, that's the conclusion of the letter, the government of Ghana is desirous of further engagement with FIFA. They believe that the government of Ghana and FIFA should meet at an earliest convenience to explore a mutually accepted route to achieving our common goal. So the common goal for both FIFA and government of Ghana is eradication of corruption from Ghana football, and basically that is what the government of Ghana is asking FIFA for, that they should meet and consider the actions they are trying to take and reach a common goal, because they are trying to eradicate corruption. FIFA is not for corruption, and this is a move in the right direction, FIFA and government of Ghana. So that was a response from the government of Ghana on the FIFA letter that came on Monday saying they were going to ban Ghana from all footballing activities. So basically, government is trying to make sure that that doesn't happen. That would be very, very dangerous and detrimental to a whole lot of people. And I'll let you know how that goes out in my further updates. I'll be your host, Lasfia. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, and get all updates on the FIFA government of Ghana debacle that we have. I'll see you guys in the next one.